Hey everybody, and welcome back to This Woman Can. I am your host, Janice Sutherland, career strategist for the mature Black woman. And today we have an episode of Listening Real Time in recognition of World Menopause Day. Now, whilst World Menopause Day is recognised as a day, that's not the end of it for millions of women who are either approaching, going through, or have gone through the transition. And as someone who specialises in coaching the mature professional Black woman and works with organisations to maximise the potential of their midlife employees, I, for one, absolutely understand the unique journey and struggles that Black women in leadership face, especially when it comes to navigating the menopause. And I'm going to add to that I have had my own experiences of navigating menopause in the boardroom. Now, it doesn't help that along with periods, menstrual cycles, it's just one of those things we just don't want to talk about at work because it's uncomfortable for others. But let's be honest here, who's actually the one experiencing the discomfort? Why are they uncomfortable? Menopause, as many of us know, is a natural phase of life that every woman goes through, but it often comes with a range of physical, emotional, and mental challenges that can affect us on our day-to-day roles. So today in this episode, I want to explore those challenges and provide some valuable insights and solutions. So let's start with the things that people always think about, hormonal changes and its impact on your leadership. As we reach menopause, hormonal fluctuations can affect our decision-making or our leadership style and our overall performance as a leader. The mood swings and cognitive changes can be really impactful, and perception of Black women in the workplace when they experience mood swings can actually be quite complex and influenced by a variety of factors. I'm talking about stereotypes, such as the angry Black woman stereotype. Things like that may unfairly shape how these mood swings are viewed. There's the gender-based double standards. They also play a role where similar emotions that men may show are often perceived differently. And it's crucial for colleagues and employers to be culturally sensitive and recognise that external stressors, including race and gender-related factors, can actually contribute to mood swings. Ultimately, you want to be understanding that each and every woman's experience of menopause is unique and foster a supportive work environment that not only values mental well-being, but it's essential for promoting a more empathetic and inclusive, should I say, workplace culture. Now, as I said, I have both seen and experienced this challenge, menopause challenge at work, firsthand in my clients and personally. There was a former client I had who was one of the few Black women in her leadership role. She had always been known for her composed and professional demeanour. However, one day during a particularly demanding period at work, she found herself experiencing mood swings, really bad mood swings. The pressure of high-stakes projects coupled with personal stress had actually taken a toll on her emotional well-being. On one particular challenge day, her frustration just bubbled over in a team meeting. But instead of receiving the usual understanding and support she normally would have got, she sensed a subtle change in the room. Some of her colleagues seemed very surprised at her reaction, and she couldn't shake the feeling that her momentary mood swing was being viewed through a different lens. This, for her, was a reminder of the complexities that Black women, especially those in leadership roles, can face when navigating and having to navigate their emotions in the workplace. Now, it wasn't all bad. This experience prompted her to advocate for mental health awareness and gain more support in her organisation to foster a more inclusive environment, not just for her, but for other women who were facing the same challenges. Managing work-life balance, that elusive thing. Balancing the responsibilities of a leadership role within the demands of home life during menopause can be particularly challenging. Just think about it. There are over 80 different menopause symptoms, but we focus mostly on the most common ones, which are fatigue, hot flashes, and sleep disturbances, all of which can disrupt our daily routines. And during my research, I discovered that Black women start menopause earlier and experience more severe symptoms than maybe Latinas and Caucasian. The importance of setting boundaries and practicing self-care at this time cannot be overstated. I remember working with a client who managed a demanding job as a CEO whilst also caring for her family and her extended family. She found solace in prioritizing self-care, just a short amount, which involved regular exercise and setting aside a few moments for herself. I would also note that studies have shown that menopausal women who exercise for a year experience significant improvements in their mental and physical health. While the symptoms worsen for those women who didn't exercise, it's always worth maybe taking just a short 15-20-minute walk. We want to focus on breaking the taboo because menopause is often considered a taboo topic in the workplace. We as CEOs and leaders have the power to change that. By encouraging open, honest conversation about menopause within our organizations, we can create a far more supportive environment, not just for ourselves, but for our employees, and those women who are going through the same process. I've learned living in the Caribbean that menopause remains a rarely discussed topic. It's often shrouded in cultural taboos and privacy concerns. The lack of education and societal norms can make it really challenging for women to be open to openly address this natural phase of life. But breaking these barriers and promoting dialogue is essential. I can't stress, it's essential to ensuring that women at work receive the support and resources they need during menopause. I'll share with you that I went through menopause during a major organizational restructure. And when it started first happening, I did everything I could to hide what I was going through, what was going on. But that got really difficult, increasingly difficult to mask the hot flushes, the mood swings. So I sat down with my core team, my core members of the team, and explained that I wasn't mad at them, I wasn't angry at them, but the hormones made me do it. And I even shared what I was going through with my boss, because he needed to be aware of what's happening so he could cover me if I needed during important meetings like a board. There really should be no reason to feel embarrassed about a perfectly natural process that we as women cannot avoid. I'm going to stress here that self-first is not selfish because we have spent our careers focusing on the success of others, but now is the time to prioritize self-care, whether it's mindfulness, whether it's exercise, or seeking medical advice. These actions can help alleviate menopausal symptoms and improve our overall well-being. I've seen many female leaders who, by embracing self-care, not only managed their menopausal challenges, I'm not going to say it was easy, but also discovered little extra energy, some newfound energy and resilience in their roles as leaders. It's a powerful reminder that self-care is a form of self-investment. And you're not in this alone, seeking support. You need to seek support because the one thing we as Black women excel at is replicating the strong Black woman trope. We can be our own worst enemy, carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, shunning support in case we're seen as weak. But the strength lies in accepting that we need support. This is not the time, let me tell you, is not the time to adopt a me, myself, and I stance. Black women leadership roles often grapple with a profound sense of solitude while navigating menopause in the workplace because this isolation stems from a complex interplay of factors, including the fact we're the only one in the room, there's underrepresentation in leadership positions. And we also have the unique intersection of gender and race-related challenges. Once you throw in age, you've got a triple whammy. The stigma and stereotypes surrounding menopause can also be a significant barrier, as there's a fear of reinforcing negative preconceptions, and that may deter us from having open discussions. Additionally, just the demanding nature of leadership, just being in a leadership role, coupled with a lack of understanding from our colleagues and a scarcity of support in the workplace and the policies that they provide, can actually intensify this sense of isolation. So to combat these feelings of loneliness, it's really crucial that you foster diversity inclusion at all levels of leadership, promote awareness about menopause where you can, challenge those stereotypes, and that you're in a leadership role, so you're able to institute and influence policies that prioritize the well-being, not just of yourself, but all employees. Creating supportive space for open dialogue and establishing networks of mutual support can go a real long way in alleviating the isolation experienced by many of us in leadership, many Black women in leadership during the menopausal journey. Remember, you're not alone in this. You're not me, myself, and I. Reach out to your network, both your personal network and your professional network. Share your experiences, because sharing those experiences with colleagues and friends can provide valuable insights and emotional support. And I want to say here, on the last note, feel your feels. Because on a personal note, I want to be transparent and voice what some women may be reluctant to say. Menopause is not just a phase, not just a transition. It's also a signal that our reproductive days are coming to an end. I have children from my first marriage and always wished to have them in my second, but nature had other ideas. But for some women, it can feel like that's a failing on their part, especially for A-types, hands up like me. But I want you to change your mindset. Consider this as an opportunity to embrace a new chapter in life, one where your wisdom, your experience, and leadership can shine even brighter. Embracing menopause can be a powerful, powerful moment of self-discovery and personal growth if you allow it. And while navigating the challenges of menopause as a Black woman in leadership, let's just say it's vital for you to recognize the intersection of race and gender dynamics, the influence of stereotypes, and the potential isolation. This acknowledgement, it's the first step in addressing these challenges. By fostering open dialogue, raising awareness about menopause, and challenging stereotypes, we keep on doing it, we can work towards creating a more inclusive workplace. Seeking support both from within and externally through our personal networks can be a powerful, powerful, powerful strategy to navigate this transformative phase successfully. I want you to remember, your resilience, your self-awareness, and commitment to self-care are your greatest assets. With these, you not only have the capacity to transition menopause successfully, but also to continue thriving in your leadership role. And if you've listened to this and you're thinking, look, Janice, I still need a bit more help, you may want to consider exploring my informative ebook, Chill Your Menopause, Fire Up Your Career, How to Stop Your Hormones Hijacking Your Career. It's a valuable resource, even if I say so myself, to empower you on your menopausal journey and ensure your career continues to thrive. I'll leave a link in the show notes, and don't miss out on this opportunity to take charge of your professional lives during this transformative phase. I provide lots of advice and hints and tips to help you navigate leadership during your menopause. Thank you for joining me on this episode of This Woman Can. And if you found this episode insightful, this video insightful, please share it with your network. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or need any further guidance. Because remember, as Black women in leadership, we can overcome any challenge that comes our way. Just remember, if I can, you can, this woman can. Take care until next time.